school for young mums wanting a second chance has opened in Rotorua. It's the first time the government has fully funded a school devoted solely to teenage mothers wanting to gain secondary qualifications. Greg Hay has more.
They can be a handful, especially when they've got a handful. Next door, their mothers also have a handful with a second chance at an education.
I want to set an example for my baby. I want to make a life for her, and I can by coming back to school and making something out of myself.
The 25 mums at school here have already grown up quickly. None of them is older than 20.
Because I want to make something of my life eventually, is where it all begins.
If this face was me, I would have been at home watching TV, doing nothing, yeah.
This is the fourth school giving young mothers a second chance at education. But what makes Rotorua's model special is that it's the first fully funded by the government, and the students' babies are at a creche next to the classroom.
I'm sure that this will be watched very carefully as a model for other areas. If it's going well after a couple of years, then I'm sure it will be replicated.
These are very good pilots, and they are also they're providing a standard. And I think that there's some really useful work that's done in them.
While the babies eat, the mums are studying School C and Sixth Form certificate.
The work is sent to correspondence school, comes back A's, 20 out of 20, fantastic effort. They are so focused, they really want to do well.
The students are all taken to and from school. There's 5 caregivers looking after the kids, and there's already a waiting list for the next intake.
Everybody wants to come here. There's nobody who says, oh no, I don't want to go to school today. It's a second chance.
A second chance, not just for the mothers, but their children too. Greg Hay, One News.
And the school's hoping it can open another classroom soon.
Well, it's time to check out the weather now, and it's going to be hideous, is it, Karen?
Well, not very nice. Yes, it starts tonight with heavy rain for Fiordland. Then we've got some strong winds coming, rain, showers, snow and an icy southerly. But today we enjoyed mostly fine weather. This is Governor's Bay, just over the hill from Christchurch. These scenic shots taken this afternoon by cameraman Ron Madden. It was lovely there today with light winds and a high of around 11 degrees. Well, some heavy frosts again last night for inland parts of the South Island. Twizel plummeted to -5. Gore was the coolest place today on 6. The rest of the South Island towns between 7 and 13. High cloud thickened up this afternoon ahead of the approaching front in the Tasman. It cleared up nicely over the North Island this morning. Wellington got to 14, as did New Plymouth. 15s recorded in the Bay of Plenty. The warmest place was Kaitaia on 19. So to the satellite now. Most of the showers cleared away earlier than expected over the North Island today as this front moved away to the east, but fog hung around in Waikato into the afternoon. Mostly fine over the South Island, but we've got this cloud spreading onto western parts as the front moves in and the nor'wester picks up. Now we're expecting some heavy rain overnight in Fiordland and tomorrow for the ranges of North Westland and Buller. So the blustery nor'wester ahead of the front spreads over the country. Behind the front we've got a cooler south to southwest flow, but the really cold air is further back behind this front here. That's going to arrive later on Sunday. So pretty ugly start to the day for the west coast of the South Island, with dark skies and a band of heavy rain moving through. Scattered falls spread across into Southland and Otago, but it should stay dry everywhere else. The nor'wester will be strong and blustery with gusts to 100 k's in inland parts of Canterbury. Behind the front, the cold showery southerly spreads over the lower half of the island during the afternoon, bringing snow to 400 metres in the far south after dark. A fine morning over the North Island, apart from areas of fog and frost, but you can see the cloud gradually spreading in from the west, with the odd shower or two mixed in. Northwest winds develop, reaching 50 kilometres an hour in the south, with gusts to 90 k's. High cloud spreads over eastern areas, and the showers will give way to more persistent rain about the Tararua Ranges in the evening. So rain in the south tomorrow, followed by a cold showery sou'wester. The showers will reach Timaru late in the afternoon. Grey skies and rain for coasters with heavy falls likely. It stays dry in the east, but the nor'wester will strengthen. Some rain for Nelson with a freshening northerly. Just the odd shower or two, though, for Kapiti and Levin. A mostly fine day for the Bay cities with a high there of 17. Cloud increases through the western towns with isolated showers mixed in. Sunny skies for Gisborne with a gusty nor'wester developing. Frosty night further north. Shower or two for Tokoroa. It starts out fine in the Bay of Plenty, but cloud increases in the afternoon. isolated showers for Whangarei and Kaitaia. So some scattered rain and a strong gusty northerly first up in Dunedin. There's a change to a fresh cold sou'wester around the middle of the day with the showers. Also some snow down to 400 metres on the hills after dark. Lots of high cloud for Christchurch, but it should stay dry. That nor'wester will be strong with gusts to around 80 k's. Then late in the evening there's a change to a bit of southwesterly and showers. Mostly cloudy skies for Wellington with isolated showers possible. The northerly will rise to 50 kilometres an hour with gusts to 90 k's in exposed areas. Foggy start for Hamilton, then cloud increases during the afternoon with possibly a couple of showers developing. The nor'wester will freshen in the evening. Starts out fine in Auckland, but then the cloud comes in, dragging isolated showers with it, a northwesterly wind and a high of 17. So looking ahead to Sunday, we've got rain over the North Island, followed by colder southerly and showers and snow to 700 metres in the south later on. It becomes fine in the west of the South Island, showers everywhere else, with snow to near sea level in the far south and 500 metres about Kaikoura. On Monday, it becomes mostly fine over the South Island, but it'll be frosty. Just a few showers in the far south. Some rain in the east of the North Island with snow to 700 metres, but the showers in the west will clear. So, coming up tomorrow, there's a garage sale in Aria and Palmerston North and an art and craft festival in Upper Hutt. The weather should be okay, but cloud increases during the day and there may be an odd shower or two lurking around. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, Karen. The Royal New Zealand Ballet's new show starts next week, but it won't be a traditional performance. Classic Kiwi rock and the haka are thrown into the mix. Mauricio Olmedo Perez reports.
A touch of ballet, a dash of classic Kiwi music, rock ballet.
To have split ends, have something more rockier than classical music is a real buzz.
The Royal New Zealand Ballet dancing to a different tune, legendary Split Ends.
My mother took me to split ends when I was 5, and since then we've sort of had split ends in our house since, yeah, it's always been there, so it's a bit of a buzz dancing to their music.
To make it even more Kiwi, Rotorua's kapahaka group Te Matarai Orehu will be performing for half the show.
That was the whole idea, was to make it a total package of, I guess, New Zealand production. The whole thing is about telling a story within song and dance, so the body speaks as well.
I'd love to get out there and really show people what Māori people are made of. That we're fierce and we're ugly when we need to be, but we're also very charismatic and charming when we have to be as well. So this is going to be great for us to be able to portray that to the people of our audience that would go and watch a ballet.
Because we're not just about the all black haka.
It's hoped the mix on stage should bring a mix of audiences throughout the country. Mauricio Olmedo Perez, One News.
The 5-week national tour starts in Wellington on Wednesday.
But Late Edition is here tonight at 10:30. Have a great weekend.
Good night.